Of the many conventions, agreements, and scientific platforms that we at UNEP have the honor to host, I have to say that the Vienna Convention for the Protection of Ozone Layer is clearly amongst the most illustrious, because 40 years ago, nations agreed to this convention, and just 2 years later, the convention's Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer was agreed. And that was undoubtedly one of the most important moments in the global efforts to protect the environment and human health. At this point, we are proud to say that through action under this convention, ozone depleting substances have now been virtually eradicated, and the hole in the ozone layer is closing. Deadly ultraviolet radiation has been prevented from pouring through our planetary shield, where it would have otherwise killed people and destroyed crops. So in short, scientists detected a threat. Nations and businesses listened to the science. Together with industry, they quickly and decisively acted in the best interests of people and planet. That is multilateralism at its very, very best. The Vienna Convention and its Montreal Protocol continue to follow these principles, monitoring ozone, ultraviolet radiation, and controlled substance levels to ensure that the successes stick. And under the Kigali Amendment to the Montreal Protocols, nations are now applying these principles to slow climate change. By fully ratifying and implementing the amendment, up to 0.5 degrees of warming could be avoided this century through phase down of powerful climate warming gases known as hydrofluorocarbons. Switching to energy efficient cooling during this process of phasing down these gases could double the gains. So in times when the planet is rapidly heating and other efforts to mitigate climate change are not hitting the levels required, succeeding with the Kigali Amendment becomes ever more crucial. So, as we celebrate 40 years of the Vienna Convention on World Ozone Day, I ask nations and the cooling industry to redouble their efforts on the Kigali Amendment, deliver every fraction of a degree of avoided global temperature rise possible under a universally ratified amendment, and save more lives.